Alright, on to my Frostbite hopefuls, and I have two here. Uh, both of them are actually, like, in the state I'm from, but that actually has nothing to do with one of them. Onawa. If you've been on Smash Twitter, you've probably heard Onawa's name. Onawa, I feel like really needs to step her shit up. I'm not taking that lightly. Onawa, she is a big influence for a lot of trans Smash. Like trans players in Smash. She is like the face of trans Smash. And the fact that she's just been going from character to character to character to character to character. And she always comes back to K. Rool, who sucks ass. It's always been. And she's one of the best K. Rool players, too. But everybody I can think of that is LGBT or trans rights or all that loves Onawa. Onawa is just. There are some people in LGBT that go, because she said some things like, just because you're gay doesn't mean you can be a dick, which I agree with the statement, but I can understand, like, it could be worded better, I guess, and I could say that for a few people in the community, not just gay people, just LGBT people in general. I'm not going to say any names because I would just end up ranting. But, oh god, OBS froze again. But Onawa, she seems like she's sticking to a character. She just made top 32 at a PGR event this last weekend. And it seems like she's sticking with Belmont for now, which is a lot better than K. Rool, and frankly, I hope she sticks with Belmont so much, because just she could be I feel like if she sticks with Belmont, she could be a PGR player, and that could be big for two different parts of the Smash community. The female Smash community and the LGBT community, specifically the trans community, but it would be huge for the LGBT community in the Smash scene in general. Because I believe there's only been one PGR trans player, and that was like all the way back in like PGR V3 of Smash 4 or something like that with Icy Mist, and ever since Ultimate came out, she dropped Samus for Donkey Kong, and she fell off the face of the earth. She is supposedly going Samus for Frostbite, though, and I hope she does well, but I don't know how well she's going to do. Another notable name, Blank. This is who I wanted to avoid saying because I didn't want to end up ranting, because I do not like Blank as a person. But I might as well mention her. In Smash 4, she was one of the biggest labbers in the scene. Like, if something was found, she was always the first one to test it out. She also seemingly knew the ins and outs of her character in Smash 4, Sheik, but she had a lot of personality things that I do not like. The way she called a character overrated was stupid, and I'm just gonna stop talking about Blank there, because I would just end up talking about like something for about 20 minutes. I could easily go on for an hour about Blank, but I'm just gonna stop there. The second person, I think, actually no, second person, Icy Mist. but I've already talked about that. Third person, AK, also known as Apollo Kage on Twitter. Uh oh, going back to Onoa. She also lives in the same state. She lives across state. I live by St. Louis. She lives in Kansas City. Okay, moving on to AK. AK is the best player in St. Louis. He is a he's that snake player that can beat everybody at a local scene, but at a major just can't do jack. But at Genesis, he did decent, I guess. He did pretty much what you would expect for a snake player who has that, like, he can beat everybody at the local, but once he gets to major, he doesn't do jack shit. But he did about as well as you could. He made it to day 2. But after go being out of bracket, he money matched a lot of notable players and did well against them. So, and at the same tournament Onoa got top 32 at, AK got top 8 at. So hopefully this is the start of him actually, like, doing shit and making it onto the PGR, hopefully. Which I would love to see. St. Louis, I feel like, is incredibly underrepresented. I mean, Driston has a few PGR wins from Smash 4, and yet he was never seeded whatsoever. He beat out Mr. Rika and Darkshad when Darkshad was at his peak in Smash 4. And yet nobody paid attention to it. St. Louis is just underrepresented in terms of good players and just not really seen by the rest of the community. Why look at St. Louis when you can look at Chicago? Chicago has a few players in there like Ned. Michigan has a few good players from there. Ohio had a few good players at some point. Just a lot of shit like that. But St. Louis is always seen as like, it's St. Louis, whatever. And I hope AK breaks out, and I hope he makes it to the PGR just to get people to shut up.